Here with freshman Christopher Eubanks, a little bit taller than me. He does play tennis, not basketball. And Brian Fitzpatrick wants to know, what's been the toughest part transitioning? I said you're a freshman, from high school now to college, Christopher.
Well, it's just been managing my time. High school, you can kind of get by with doing whatever you wanted. But since you come here, everything is on the schedule. And if you're not sticking to your schedule, you can lose track of time really easily, and things can go pretty bad really fast. So,
Facebook user Taylor Ariosta wants to know, what made you decide Georgia Tech?
just the coaches and the players. It's like a family here. So when I took my visit and I got to meet the coaches and see how they were and got to pick their brains and talk to them, I just got to see it was a wealth of knowledge on the men's and women's side, and from all the guys on the team, from Nathan Rackets to Casey K, and they just make you feel at home. So it just felt like the best place for me. I'm also from Atlanta. I love Atlanta, and moving, I wasn't really too fond about that. So being able to stay here and play in my hometown and brand new facility and everything, it was a no-brainer. Yeah,
it's not bad in here. Pretty darn nice. Matthew Marcinek wants to know, what is on your iPod?
It's a pretty good question. Actually, some of the guys they've opened my eyes to different kind of music. I wasn't really into techno and all that type of music. I was more conventional hip-hop, a lot of Wale, J. Cole, and Kendrick Lamar. But ever since I've gotten here, they opened my eyes to a lot more music. So it's pretty wide. It's a pretty wide variety. So I have a little bit of everything.
All right, moving on. This question from Lyndon Mashenko. This one comes on Instagram. How did you get into tennis?
My older brother, who we're about 13 years apart, at the time when he was playing, my dad was coaching him, and I was an active kid. I was about 2 or 3, and my dad would just go out. He would work with my brother, and I wanted to go. I didn't want to be stuck in the house. So my dad eventually got me out into it. He would take me out there. They put a racket in my hand, and after that, I fell in love with it. So I've been playing it ever since then, about 2 or 3.
You told me you get asked this next question a lot. This one's from Jade King on Twitter. At 6'7", I'd imagine you had a lot of options athletically. What drew you to focus on tennis specifically?
I just love the individual aspect. I like the fact that if you win, it's because of you, and if you lose, it's because of you. When you're on the court playing for yourself, you really don't have any teammates that you could blame, that this didn't go right or that didn't go right. You're playing for yourself, so all the weight falls on your shoulders, and I actually like that.
In a similar vein, though, Alfred Forden wants to know, can you play basketball?
I'm actually pretty good at basketball. A lot of the guys are actually surprised at how good I was, and that I didn't really take it seriously. High school, my senior year, I seriously thought about playing basketball. The coach told me that I had a spot on the team, and we were actually a really good basketball team. So I would go in there, practice with the guys, scrimmage with them. Just kind of, it was almost like a tease. I would go out there, practice with them, and then right after, say, all right, guys, I'm going to tennis practice. And then they're stuck there looking like, why? So I actually enjoyed that. But, yeah, I'm actually pretty good.
2 more things here on Ask Jack. It's from Marie Merscarello. Hain, how tall are your parents?
My dad's 6'3", and my mom's 5'7". So how 6'7" comes out of that, I'm not sure, but I'm pretty happy with it. So,
as you should be. Last but not least, Christy Fusel-Helms. Her son Alex wants to know, how fast is your serve?
I can serve about between 130 and 135 miles an hour, putting everything into it, everything that I have. But actually, I haven't clocked my serve in a couple years, but just going off Kenny, I can trust his eye. He tells me if I get one clean, he said, that's a pretty big serve. I give that about a 130, so that's what I'm sticking with.
I just want you to know I'm about 140, 145.
Oh, man, I got some work to do then. I can't let that happen.
Maybe you need to get a little taller.
Maybe.
Chris, thanks for your time.
No problem.